Minnesota, northernmost sector of Major League Baseball, with its twin cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. It's the land of 10,000 lakes, from one of which rises the mighty Mississippi that flows on through the twin cities. But neither the Mississippi nor longtime rivalry could keep the twin cities apart once a baseball franchise became a possibility. A new stadium was built by joint effort. And then in 1961, baseball was welcomed by Minnesota with such boundless enthusiasm that in the first 5 years, the Twins have drawn nearly 7 million fans. Here's one of their slugging heroes, Harmon Killebrew. Followed by Zoilo Versalles, the Twins' brilliant shortstop. Their World Series foes, the Dodgers, warm up leisurely. The Dodgers present the first switch-hitting infield ever seen in a World Series. Wes Parker, Maury Wills, Jim Lefebvre, and Jim Gilliam. Commissioner Ford Frick, who has led baseball through 14 successful years, is presiding at his last World Series before retiring from the game. Walter Alston is a familiar World Series figure after piloting the Dodgers to 5 pennants. But for manager Sam Mealy of Minnesota, it's the first World Series appearance of any sort. Don Drysdale, Dodgers starting pitcher, never misses a turn at bat. Jim Mudcat Grant, who will start for the Twins, is completely relaxed as he talks with reporters. The Twins whirl through infield practice in their final loosening up exercises. Manager Mealy and Dodger captain Maury Wills join the umpire huddle. Vice President Hubert Humphrey throws out the first ball. He'll be cheering for the Twins. And the color guard comes to attention for the flag-raising ceremonies. And there go the Twins onto the field. Mudcat Grant takes his final warm-up pitches, and the stage is set for the opening of the 1965 World Series. Maury Wills looks at the first pitch, and it's a strike. After fouling off 2 pitches, Wills is called out on strikes, and the Minnesota crowd loves it. In the Dodgers' second, Ron Fairley rips into a 3-2 pitch. Tony Oliva races back to the fence, but it's in there for a home run. The first Ron has ever hit in 3 World Series. Harmon Killebrew talks with Grant, while Alston and the Dodgers congratulate Fairley. Don Mincher steps up in the Minnesota second, and the count is 1-1. The huge Twins first baseman connects solidly with all his power. Fairley looks on from the other end this time as the ball sails high into the bleachers. It's a 400-footer for Big Don, and the score is all even at 1-1. In the Twins' third, Frank Quillisi lashes one past Gilliam with umpire Ed Sudol right there to make the call. The ball finally caroms off the corner of the stands for a double. That brings Grant to the plate. Drysdale checks the runner at second. Grant lays down a bunt. Drysdale's bad knee gives way momentarily, and he falls while fielding the ball. But he recovers, gets off a throw. It's short and bounces once into the hands of Jim Lefebvre. He's out. No. Umpire Venzen sees Lefebvre isn't in control of the ball. Grant is safe. Quillisi has moved to third on the play. Zoilo Versalles looks for a sign. Drysdale pitches, and Versalles gets around on this one. He pulls it down the line. It's another home run. Versalles, key man all year for the Twins, scores behind Quillisi and Grant. And Minnesota leads 4-1. Gilliam talks with Drysdale, while Alston looks out of the dugout. Drysdale faces Sandy Valdespino next. And the chunky outfielder smashes the first pitch into the right field corner and races to second base for a stand-up double. With the bases loaded and 2 outs following Killebrew's single and Mincher's walk, Drysdale is confronted by Earl Batty. The burly catcher lifts a pop fly into short right. It drops for a hit, and Valdespino and Killebrew both score. At this point, manager Alston is getting a bit concerned. On Drysdale's first pitch, Quillisi singles to right for his second hit of the inning. And Mincher scores to make it 7-1. Drysdale departs from the ball game. Going into the Dodger 8th, the Twins lead 8-1. With 1 away, Grant faces Fairley once more. And again, Ron hammers one deep to right. But Oliva sprints along the fence and pulls it down. In the 9th, Grant has 1 out with Parker on first and Lefevre on third. Don LeJohn is up as a pinch hitter. Grant, eager to go all the way, whips a third strike past LeJohn. Now Grant is only 1 out away from victory. Maury Wills drags a beautiful bunt down the first base line. Grant makes a fine play on the ball, but Wills beats it out, and Lefevre scores. Jim now must try for that final out with Gilliam at bat. He gets it when Gilliam flies to Valdespino, and Minnesota wins 8-2. Killebrew leads the rush of the Twins to congratulate Grant. The Mudcats scattered 10 hits to vanquish Drysdale. But he had to share honors with Versailles, who drove in 4 runs, and Oliva, who set a new series record for right fielders with 9 putouts.